Hello everyone, Dark Skeleton here, and today I'd like to touch on Arena mode. So my advice for today is that you should not overvalue taunts in Arena. I fully appreciate the idea of trying to stall out to the late game where you can just play very reactively and then eventually you have a very high quality card deck that would win if you were able to play all your cards out. This Paladin right here, you can see he's got around 8 cards. I'm down to 4 plus what I've got on the field, so you can kind of do the math and figure out that card for card, if I just traded straight up, I probably would actually lose this arena match. However, the problem with his deck right now is that he actually decided to put in a bunch of taunts rather than focusing on having a decent early game which could really keep up on board. So already on turn 5, I'm actually able to hit him in the face with 7 damage on board. Because I prioritized certain cards that would allow me to remove his minions, allow me to protect my board and maintain the early dominance, I'm actually able to put a dramatic amount of pressure on him already. Now, he may have a bunch of really nice 6 drops, really nice 7 drops, but what happens when you actually let yourself lose the early game and you're already close to half health at turn 5? Now, there's nothing wrong with the taunt. It does do the job of stopping one of my creatures, forcing me to trade in, use some of my resources to actually remove it before I can do face damage. However, cards like Fin Creeper, power for power, really aren't very value. You're actually only getting 9 stats for 5 mana, which is kind of iffy. So, when you take these taunt cards, unless they are the absolute best taunt cards like Sludge Belcher, you're actually losing quite a bit of value by taking them. And in the circumstance where your opponent has the answer to your taunt, he just has to maybe trade one guy in and he can easily reestablish his board and you'll be in the exact same spot you were beforehand. So in this case, I was able to drop the Nubasath Sentinel, which basically just replaced the Twilight Drake that I had before, even a little bit stronger, especially if you qualify the Death Rattle effect. Now in this case, he's got another really bad taunt, the Booty Bay Bodyguard. It's so bad that they actually added in a 5/4 taunt for 4 mana, the Evil Heckler, or Dark Heckler, whatever he's called. So you're taking these taunt cards, and yes, they block some damage, but overall, the stat value that you really have to go through isn't that much. To deal 4 damage isn't that big of a deal. So what if you kill one of my weaker minions with your taunt? I can still play the other cards from hand. Now, the real reason that this guy is actually going to lose this match isn't necessarily because he took taunts. A few taunt cards are fine. They do serve their purpose. However, you're trying to play the very late game kind of playstyle where the turns 1, 2, and 3 are important. You can't just undervalue them. If you let your opponent get ahead on tempo, and this also applies to Constructed, it's very easy for a game to just completely swing out of control in Hearthstone. So when you're drafting for Arena, make sure that you prioritize value rather than the fact that the card just says taunt behind its name. And also, remember that you need an earlier mana curve. You can't just ignore 2 drops or 3 drops, or you'll end up like that guy. So I've been Dark Skeleton, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.